Hello everyone, HybridPanda here and welcome to ShrineWatch and Dead by Daylight News, episode number 65, the weekly show we look at news coming out of the DBD community, we have a look at a couple of memes and also examine the perks and the Shriner secrets, and usually we would take them into a game, but at the moment I'm so damn addicted to Arcade, which just came out yesterday. It's an MMO, my favorite MMO ever, and it's just been re-released, so I'm not going to put the gameplay in, so it's going to be a short ShrineWatch, and I'm sorry about that. So last week we covered the PTB and all of the archives and the nurse and everything like that, and this patch is going to be coming around about Halloween. And last week I didn't cover it because they came out just after I'd finished, but the Halloween skins are out, all of the sets are out, but keep in mind that you're going to be able to get 2 full sets, 6 pieces with just playtime, so don't go too nuts, don't buy them all, you know, leave it so you've at least got a couple, at least 6 skins to be able to unlock during the event. Apparently we are having a blood hunt from the 31st of October through to November 4th. That's the one that I talked about last week, so look forwards to that. And the rumor seems to be that the mid-chapter patch and the actual Halloween event update is going to be coming on the 22nd of October. So it's going to be coming out a week today, or a week yesterday even. So look out for that and go and farm up some nice pustula on your battle pass, do your rift. It's honestly going to be such a great patch. I'm really looking forward to it. Now last week I showed you a couple of the skins that we're going to be seeing coming up here in the future that got data mined from the PTB. And here we can go and have a look at them because the wonderful Skemu has made renders of these. If you have not seen Skemu yet, check him out. He will be linked in the description and he does great work that you can really count on. So first up we've got the new Lorry skin, looking pretty nice for a Lorry, I've got to say. We've got Steve with his new getup, actually looking fantastic. He's got a backpack and some nice rubber gloves on. We've got Claudette with her brand new set, quite a dark set for Claudette. She's got some nice new hair, I'm liking it. Nancy Wheeler, honestly not too impressed with this, but if you're a huge Nancy fan from Stranger Things, this is probably going to be right up your alley. We've got new Police Tap with his nice camo trousers on and a little bit of some sunglasses. Now here's where we get into the interesting skins. We have Day of the Dead David with his top hat, his face paint and his suit on. I love this skin to bits. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Next, moving on to Beanie Jake. Honestly not the most interesting skin for Jake, but it's quite a serious skin and quite a straightforward skin. I like it, you know, it's quite dark. People might use it to hide in corners, you never know. And finally, we have what we've all been waiting for, really, is the beautiful Day of the Dead Jane skin. This is glorious. It's very bright. It's going to be easy for the killer to see you, but I just really like the entire style of this entire set. And we also, from Skemu, another link in the description, we have all of the killer renders. We have our brand new Michael Myers. I actually asked Skemu to go and check, and he's looked up his medical dress, and he does not have a penis, everyone. Do not fret, he does not have a penis, and he also does not have an exposed butt, which is not very realistic, you know? Hospital gowns, your butt is always out. Next up, we've got classic Scream Ghostface in the actual gear that he was wearing in the first Scream film. I really like this, and I don't know if the things on his arms are going to billow around, but if you can get a Ghostface skin without those ribbons floating everywhere, it's going to be a lot harder to see him. Next up, we have Hallowed Blight Nurse. This is going to be available on the premium pass of the battle pass of the Rift and the Archive that's coming up in the next patch. And one thing that I've just noticed here looking at this is that her toenails are grotesquely long. That's really fucking strange. We have the new pig set to go with the detective tap, a little bit more civilian, some shorter hair. Honestly, this could fool some survivors, you never know. Our new trapper skin from the premium battle pass, his spine is busting out of his back. He's got bits of bone shooting out everywhere. He's got basically bone spurs all over him. Next up, we have our Wraith from the battle pass system. He has no eyes, his eyes are hollowed out. I'm not really a huge fan of the skin. It does give him a different look, definitely. I like the weapon. The weapon looks very powerful, very deadly and evil and weird, but I'm not a huge fan of the actual torso and the base. And then with the Day of the Dead theme, we have the 2 Legion skins. I believe this is Frank and Julie, but I could be mistaken. If I am wrong, please do correct me. But a nice set here. We've got basically topless Legion, and you can also see that on Susie or Julie, whichever one it is, she's actually looking pretty fucking cool here. I like the mask, I like the trousers, very form-fitting, let's just say. Nice sets coming up here in Dead by Daylight over the next mid-chapter patch, so these will all be released over the next 6 weeks, and I'm not sure how accurate this information is, but there has been some leaks as to the release dates. Supposedly, we're going to be getting Laurie Strode and Myers on October 30th. We're going to be getting David, Jane, and the 2 Legion skins on November 2nd, which is the Day of the Dead. Steve Harrington and Nancy are coming on November 6th. Ghostface on November 13th, and the Pig and Tap coming on November 20th. So Dead by Daylight is hosting a bunch of competitions over Halloween just for us to enter. We have a costume contest, an artwork contest, a crafting contest, and a screenshot contest. So the costume one is a cosplay contest, and the top prize is 24,000 Auric cells. The artwork contest is also worth 24,000 Auric cells if you can win it. The crafting competition is for crafting pumpkins, carvings, candles, dolls, just anything to do with Dead by Daylight in the real world. That also has 24,000 Auric cells as the prize. And the final competition is the screenshot competition, and this only has the reward of 9,000 Auric cells if you come first. But let's face it, this is pretty damn easy to enter, and you could definitely find the links to all of these in the description of this video. Additionally, on PC, we've been forced onto the dedicated servers again, and they seem to be hanging around for a little bit here, and honestly, I think they are improving over time. They're using us as test subjects to try and make it better and better. Obviously, there's always going to be issues with dedicated servers, but hopefully they can figure out the majority of them and make it so when they actually officially launch, which they should have done already, we're in like sort of extra time here, but when they do launch, hopefully they work well. I am definitely noticing improvements as time goes on, so we can only wait and we can only hope. So there is the news of the week, and let's get onto the Shrine of Secrets and see which perks we have this week. Starting with killer perks this week, our first perk is a Trapper perk. It's 10th time up on the Shrine of Secrets. We have Unnerving Presence. Survivors repairing, healing, or sabotaging in your terror radius will have a 10% higher chance of getting a skill check, and the success zones for those skill checks are reduced by 60%. So this can make skill checks very small, and I have to say at lower ranks, this can really be absolutely beautiful, especially if you combine it with Distressing to make your heartbeat bigger. Like, people are going to miss these skill checks. Definitely not the greatest perk, but you can combine it with other things to actually make it quite powerful. Our second killer perk this week is a Spirit perk, and it's 4th time on the Shrine. We have Spirit Fury. Spirit Fury powers up by you breaking pallets, and after you've broken 2 pallets, the next time that a pallet hits you in the head, it will instantly get broken and smashed to bits. You will still get stunned, but you can get back in the chase. Now this works really well if you combine it with Enduring, because the stun is reduced massively, and you can basically just go and slash them and knock them straight down right after they've stunned you. And moving over to our Survivor perks this week, our first perk is an Ace perk. It's 9th time on the Shrine. We have Open-Handed. Open-Handed increases yours and all of your team's aura reading abilities, increasing the range by 8. I really like this perk combined with Bond. Bond gives you a 36-meter view of your allies' auras, and of course with Open-Handed that gets bumped up to 44 meters, which is really quite a considerable distance. See your teammates from miles away and go and help them on that generator. And our second Survivor perk on the Shrine this week is a Neil Carlson perk. It's 6th time on the Shrine. We have the beautiful Balanced Landing. Balanced Landing is a exhaustion perk. First off, it reduces the stagger from falls by 75%, meaning that once you hit the ground, you can start moving faster. And if you are not currently exhausted, when you land, you also get an exhaustion sprint burst. For 3 seconds, you'll move at 150% of your normal running speed. Of course, you can't proc this while you are exhausted, but you can take advantage of the reduction in stagger even if you are exhausted. So this is a good perk for looping and jumping off buildings and stuff like that, and the killer will not be able to catch you, hopefully. So there are our 4 perks of the week, and what are my picks? Well, for killer, I would absolutely take Spirit Fury. Pallets are just a part of this game, and if you can get to the point where pallets dropping on your head is not scary, that gives you a lot of power, and you can shut down the chases way sooner than you usually would be able to. And over on Survivor, I've got to say take Balanced Landing. It is one of those perks that a lot of people use. Noob 3, I think, pretty much just made it super popular in the DBD community, but it is a great perk, and if you learn to use it and actually get adept with it, it is going to be really useful, and it's going to save your ass a lot. So I'm afraid this is usually where I would go and take these perks into some games and try and make them work. However, I'm dying to get back onto my game, so I'm just going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. ShrineWatch will be back next week. Do not worry, and I'll do a proper one. It's just this week is going to be really intensive. Have a lovely week. You're all lovely. Have a nice day. Panda out.